Hi, this is Bruce from Proactive Coaching, and today our discussion point, our topic is going to be commitment. And I think as coaches, we're always asking our kids for commitment to the program, to the team, all those things. But unless we've clearly defined what we expect and what commitment is, kids are going to have their own definitions. So for us, what we always ask kids to do for our programs is to commit, especially if you're through the captains and coaches, you'll understand this, is simply to commit to the covenants the team has established, the behavioral and performance standards that you've established as a team, very clearly, specifically spelled out, is all we ask our athletes to commit to. But I want to talk about some levels of commitment, because there's levels of commitment that you can actually see. They're visible in your athletes as they're coming through. And almost I would say every one of your athletes and every one of your coaches is in one of these levels of commitment. The first level of commitment is what we call I don't care. You don't see a lot of I don't cares. I mean, honestly, I can think back with very few kids who demonstrated that they didn't care and really didn't over a period of time. If I had an athlete that demonstrated I don't care, it was usually they're playing the game for some other reason than they wanted to. My dad played football. He really wants me to play football. I really don't want to play football. That was a conversation I need to have with Dad. It requires way too much energy and time and investment to be an athlete, to try to do it when you don't care. Sometimes what we've seen is it's temporary. The kid for some reason has lost their love of the game, of the sport, and it'd be a good idea for you to see if you can find out why that has happened and see if we can resolve that to bring that energy and bring that commitment back up to where we want it. The first level of commitment is not something we see a lot in athletes, but I'll tell you where we see it is in businesses. When we work with businesses, there's a certain percentage of people who are like, I don't care what this company does. They pay me a salary. I make enough money to enjoy my weekends. I really don't care what we do. But athletes, probably not so many. So probably not a lot of your teams or a lot of percentage of your athletes are in that category. The second category is, okay, if that's what it takes, for me to be part of this team, I'm willing to do it. And that's not a bad level of commitment. But it's basically watered down commitment. It's compliance. Compliance is not full-hearted, I'm in kind of commitment. And when we see this in my athletes, a lot of times the main reason was, especially if they're new to the program or new to the school or playing that sport, from a different place or a different experience, it was like, I'm not really sure what all this means. I'm not quite sure what the expectations of the team are, and I'll do it while I'm trying to discover it. So, but it's important enough for me to be on the team that I'm going to follow along. This is, like I said, not a bad level.